Sharpening Salon shears. Maybe somebody will come back and watch it. If you do come back and watch this after the fact, make sure you say that in the comments so I know that somebody's watching it other than just on the live stream. So dry tissue test. You can see they do not cut on the dry tissue test. So we're not going to worry about wet tissue test. So we're going to test them. This is how I normally test shears. I test towards the back. It's cutting pretty good back here. The middle, it's cutting okay there. It's the tip that's the problem. The tips are pushing, and that's typical wear on shears. Hey, Chris, how's it going, buddy? And you're up early. It's early out in Montana. It's early here too, but I got to get a jump on it because it's going to be brutal today. It's already 87 degrees in the shop here before 8 o'clock. So today's supposed to be the hottest day of the year for Southeast Texas. That's what the weather's predicting anyway. Yeah, I just finished my coffee and I said, you know what? I'm going to go out there and jump on these shears. I got somebody else bringing some shears here this morning. I got 3 pair left from yesterday. And then I got a box in the mail yesterday with dog grooming stuff. And I'm going to shut down by noon today, and then I won't start again until this evening. It is killer. I appreciate you coming on, saying hi. Yeah, I wish I had some appointments this week in the salons. I don't have any. Everything's here at the house. You know, you take what you can get. What I need is an ambulance like you have and just get in there and crank the AC up. That's coming. It'll be next couple of years. I'm going to try to build out something like you got. But I can't put it in I don't have it in the budget right now. All right, let's see if we can get this to work, the camera to work. Well, I'll tell you what, it is killer here in Texas. They say tomorrow we're supposed to get some rain from that storm, so it won't be so bad tomorrow. So I'm going to hold off on all the dog grooming equipment until tomorrow. Today's going to be a short day. Because of the heat. It did get to 100 yesterday, according to my weather station in the backyard. They're predicting 104 today. We'll see. I know it was 97 in the shop. That's not too bad. I could live with 87. All right, got the burrs off of it. Looks pretty good. "13 people watching. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. It does help our little business out down here in Texas." We're sharpening a couple pairs of salon shears this morning, trying to beat the heat. Yeah, Jim, it's going to be brutal. I'm going to shut down at noon. So I got 3 pairs to do, and I got 3 pairs coming this morning. And I got a whole box of grooming stuff that came in the mail yesterday, but I'm not going to touch that till tomorrow. Tomorrow's not supposed to be as bad. Tomorrow we're supposed to be in the low 80s, I mean the high 80s because of that tropical storm. Today's supposed to be the hottest day of the year. And it was pretty freaking hot yesterday. Well, send some of that cool weather south, please. Appreciate that. Need all the help I can get. Hey, Frank. All right, got a little scratches on this. I'm gonna try to get this a little more polished. So what is 22 Celsius in Fahrenheit? He's in Canada, so he's... All right, I'm gonna go back to the other. It's got some scratches on it I don't like. I'm gonna try to get these out. I think I'm gonna buy me a jewelry polisher. That looks good. We're going to leave it at that. Actually, I'm going to leave that back on there. That looks good. That burr. A little bit more. Still see a little bit right there on the tip. Still see something. Give it a little extra pressure. All right, that looks good. We can go to the fine stone now. Well, I appreciate y'all joining me this morning. Hope you're having a good day wherever you're at. All right, looks good. My fingers aren't working this morning. Man, I still see something on that blade. That's a little better. That'll work. I mean, you know, you can always use it, Frank. Sounds like a good plan. I need a better dust collection system than I have. But I hesitate to spend any more on the shop when I want to build out a van. I am just struggling with my fingers this morning. All right, now I got them. I had a little micro burr on there. All right, let's test them again. You know, I've never used them, the CBN wheels for the low speed grinders. I know a lot of guys do, but I have never used them. All right, I didn't set the. I like the idea of the Tormek bar and using the clamp. I do like that. I need a clamp because I'm so unsteady. Yeah, there you go. Chris has got kind of a setup like that. So here's the thinning shears. You see they don't cut very well. And they're pulling hair. Yeah, I mean, definitely, it's hard to sharpen 50 knives on a Tormek. You need something faster, that's for sure. I mean, I sharpened a long time with a Tormek, and then when I started getting really busy, I had to go to the belt system. I kind of like that buck tool, the new buck tool 2x42 system. And the guys are building using the Tormek T-bar on there and the clamp. I think that's a good idea. It's a reasonably priced system. Still got a little something right there. Still see something on that rod line. See some at the back too. I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and do the other shear blade while I'm here. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a pretty good system. A little bit of modification, you can build a really nice sharpening station. All right, we're good. We are good on this blade. Let's take it to the flat hone. There's a lot of good systems out there. Yeah, the belts are expensive. That is a bummer, but they last longer than the 1x30s. Calvin, it sounds like you already got a pretty good setup to do those kind of, large number of knives. If you've got the buck tool 2x42 already, I wouldn't think you'd need much more. Yeah, that is the problem with the AMK. That's why I have that's why I have 3 AMKs. I have 2 here in the shop and 1 in the truck that stays in the truck. But I just basically slide it out. And that's what I hated about the AMK when I was doing the farmer's market, is having to tote that thing around. I like the AMK. I mean, I think it's worked out really well. I've made a lot of money off of mine over the years. I went from the Tormek to the AMK. That was my shift. There's nothing wrong with the WorkSharp system. It's a great little system, especially if you got 2 of them. You can do a lot of knives fast on the WorkSharps. And like you said, they don't take up that much space. I have 2 of those work sharps, and I have them in my truck. I carry those things around with me, and I do a lot of knives on the work sharp. It's a great portable system. Exactly. You just have a few knives, and I like it specifically for pocket knives. I think the work sharp is the quick way to do pocket knives. Oh, sorry about that. Knock y'all down there. Looks good. Just buy one piece at a time. And you don't need to buy a brand new system if you want to do salon and barber shears. There's always a system. There's always a Hirito for sale somewhere about half price of what they cost brand new. Calvin, remind me where you're at again. I may have to adjust this a little bit, see if it's closing all the way. All right, we got one more pair after this. And I'm waiting on somebody to drop off 3 pairs of shears this morning. Virginia, okay. Well, you're not that far from Jim O'Donnell for training. Still not cutting great, or maybe I got them wrong. I think I got them wrong. Yeah, I do. Still not great. Let's see how they cut hair. They're not pulling anymore. That's how you tell if it's not pulling. If it drops. That's cutting real good. Awesome. You know, those guys make a good living just doing knives and yard tools and things like that, and not have to worry about the stress of the sharpening salon and barber shears and pet grooming shears. You increase your risk when you do that. There's something on there. Nobody ever complains about a knife. If you could drive down and meet with him and learn as he sharpens. He does classes on his own. Jim's a good guy. All right, those are done. Put them in their little bag. All right, we got these chunkers, and they're catching right there. So we got to fix that. Well, I think he's going to be at the Western Roundup. I think that'll be the next one I go to. I would have liked to gone to the National Sharpening Guild meeting, and I think it's in Kansas City, but I already spent my money for this year. All right, so we got to figure out, I think it's just catching right here on one of these teeth. And I think I fix it on the whetstone. Ah, that's water. Yeah, I saw that Turner was selling one of his Nebraska blade machines. Looks like an old one. I don't know what kind of shape it's in. You find those they're for sale all the time too. The average sharpener lasts 2 years in this business. And then they get rid of their equipment. Yeah, my wife goes back next week too. She's already, in fact, she's at the school today getting ready. I think the kids start next week, or in-service for them starts next week. So that's where she just left to go to the school. She's been working on her room. So right there is where they're catching. There's a little bad area right there. Wow, that's a bad nick in there. I'm getting it. It's just going to take a lot. Y'all see that? Y'all see that nick in that blade right there? Look at that. Yeah, and it's where it was catching. One of the teeth was catching. I knew this one was going to be some serious work. That's why I left it for last. I probably could get out another stone, take more material off, but I think the flat hone's going to take that off. but I want to widen that ride line as much as I can. See that? Look up, still left. Calvin, yeah, this is a good business for retirement. I didn't retire, but I left my former occupation to do this full time. And I do not regret 1 minute. I don't make near the money I did as a financial advisor, but I'm having more fun than I ever did as an advisor in 29 years. I was definitely burned out. And what's funny is I still get calls all the time from people. Hey, when are you going to go back to brokerage? I'm not ever going back. They'll ask me, what do you think about the stock market? I don't look at it. I looked at it every day for 29 years, and I don't care about looking at it anymore. Exactly, Chris. It is fun. All right, I think the flat hone will get the rest of this out. I think I got the ride line wide enough where when I take the material off and I'll get that nick out. Oh, I needed to work this one. Let me go back. Let's go back to this one. Oh, it's horrible. My wife, she's got 5 years left. And she dreads going back to work. She's at a charter school. She's been at a charter school the last 3 years, and it's been rough. I could never do that. Exactly, Frank. You know, you can make some good money doing this. You hustle. It's like any other business. You got to work. I mean, I work more hours now than I ever did. But I love it. Right there. That's where it's catching. See if I can flatten that out a little bit. I think that's about the best I'm going to get. We'll work it again at the end. Let's go to the flat hone. "38 years is a long damn time to teach." All right, sorry about that, guys. I'm getting text. Hey, Bill. What's going on in Middle Tennessee? I still see that neck. All right, I got it now. More material than I wanted to take, but I didn't have any choice because I needed to get that neck out. I think these were cutting okay, she said, but they had that nick in there and they were catching. I got the nick out. I still have a clean ride line. And that's the way you want to be, Frank. That's a good life right there. My wife and I, we want to travel when she retires, and we're going to go around the country in little towns and sharpen. And then we'll write off all of our gasoline towards the business. She's got 5 more years. And people think, oh, 5 years is a long time. 5 years goes faster than you think. All right, we're wrapped up. Get that out of the way. Tired of looking at that. You betcha they do. I mean, think about how many barbershops and salons, same thing in Mexico. Could travel down there, drive down to Baja, hit every little barbershop along the way. You could sell shears. Sell clippers, sell, all kinds of stuff for barbershops. load up your ambulance with stuff and head out, man. Yeah, I've been gone from financial service for 6.5 years now, and that 6.5 years went fast. All right, we're good. I'm gonna run this one more time. I kind of want to make sure I got this one. I still see something in those two teeth, but I think I'm okay. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the fine stone, get this wrapped up. We're already been on an hour. Looks good. Yeah, me too. I hope it doesn't. I am going to use the little. I'm gonna push back with the emery board a little bit, so it hopefully it won't catch. All right, let's try it. Let's get it all set up. My fingers are not working today. So far, so good. Might get lucky here. Let's get some tension on it. A little bit more tension, make sure. We're good. We are good, man. How about that? Perforations all the way. Looks good. I don't have any real thick hair to it. Look at that. Good, we got them done. Awesome. Well, guys, appreciate y'all watching me this morning. I'm done for now until the next 3 shears come in. They're on their way. Texted me, said the husband's bringing them. It's better to be lucky than good. Hey, appreciate y'all watching. I hope y'all have a nice day wherever you're at. Pray for me down here in Texas. It's supposed to be 104 today. So that's why I'm getting all the sharpening done this morning. Cheers from South Texas.